Welcome back to the Culture Jack Podcast YouTube channel. My name's Dustin, and this is week 3. This is very exciting for me. This is I talked about just making sure to get things and just put it out there. Don't worry too much about the details. Don't worry too much about the complete aesthetics of it. Yeah, you want to make sure that people can hear you, people can see you, but um, don't like try and record and then re-record and then 15 minutes in, you flub up one thing that you want to say, and so you start all over. Don't do any of that. Record it, put it out there. 3 weeks in a row, 3 weeks running. I hope you've been doing well. The subject of today's video, what I wanted to talk to you about today, is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you haven't listened to my, you like my shirt? The party don't start until I crock in. I'm a big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For those of you that have listened to the podcast or have seen some of the titles on some of the podcast episodes, in the podcast, which is linked below, and check out the link tree. There's all kinds of cool stuff down there. But I'm a big fan of this stuff, and lately, Marvel Phase 4. Can we talk about this for a minute? Can we just kind of you and I just shoot the shit about Marvel Phase 4? Marvel Phase 4, I like all of it, and you'll find that I'm a big sucker for this stuff, for the superhero genre stuff in general. And whether it's the flailings of the DCEU or what some perceive as missteps by Marvel in this recent phase, I love it all. I love the fantastic. I love superhumans that can do incredible things. But anyway, back to Marvel Phase 4. So Marvel Phase 4 has been a real sticking point for some people. They say it is incongruent. They say that it is not as cohesive with the rest of the phases, with the rest of the universe. They say that the effects are bad, the acting's bad, the stories are not good, and this is my theory about why that is. And I don't perceive it that way personally, but some people do. And I being a Marvel dick rider that I am, I wanted to kind of come to their defense a little bit. And this is how it works in my headcanon. So what I think is, and this is spoilers for Loki, spoilers for some of the Marvel Phase 4 stuff. If you haven't seen that stuff, stop watching this video. Or watch this video. Like, we're all too worried about spoilers these days, I think. I don't remember a time in my youth where everyone was concerned that they were going to get spoiled or spoil something for someone else. Yeah, you don't want to tell someone the ending of a movie, but telling them a funny part was never as taboo as it is today. But regardless, spoilers for those pieces of media. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So Phase 4 in Loki, that kind of, did it kick it off, or was it the end of Phase 3? No, Phase 3 Endgame was the end of Phase 3. So Phase 4, Loki kicks things off. I know there were other shows and movies before, but Loki really kicks off this theory about why Phase 4 seems so disjointed to me. And I've said this theory on the podcast before. I've said it. I think I've tweeted it, one of my very few tweets. Anyway, Phase 4 seems so disjointed, like my brain and like my train of thought, because none of it was supposed to happen. Okay? So track with me here. In Loki, at the end of Loki, Sylvie kills He Who Remains, who had been the keeper of the sacred timeline. The sacred timeline said that things were going to happen in a certain way. And up until Endgame, that was how things happened. They happened a certain way, and everything else was pruned by the timekeepers and the TVA. So when Loki and Sylvie disrupted that by killing He Who Remains, the one that was the caretaker for this sacred timeline, they messed everything up. And that wasn't just like a, oh hey, they messed everything up. Oh no, like they legitimately messed everything up. Doctor Strange was never supposed to meet America Chavez. The Eternals were never supposed to stop the Celestial from waking up and destroying Earth. What else? Thor was never meant to lose Jane Foster, perhaps. Never meant to uh, kill Gore the God Butcher. Or what else happened in Phase 4? T'Challa was never meant to die. And I know there's real world implications about why that character had to be written the way that it was, but these things were not supposed to happen. What we are experiencing now as part of Phase 4 is events that were never supposed to take place in the sacred timeline. Now, if you look at it like that, if you look at it through that lens, where all of this stuff is a happy little accident, then I think Phase 4 makes a lot more sense canonically. Ant-Man was never supposed to fight Kang because he was never supposed to meet Kang. Because Kang is he who remains, right? And if he would have kept them in their nice little pocket dimension, their little pocket sacred timeline, then this coming conflict would never have occurred. These movies that we're watching would never have occurred. It would have been different. Maybe the Marvel Cinematic Universe would have ended when the Celestial blew up the planet. Or maybe the people of Earth were saved in another way, or something else. But it makes me much more satisfied with the events of Phase 4 and people's perceived Phase 4 slights, I guess, that Phase 4 was just it wasn't supposed to be, or it was supposed to be something different. And so I think, I don't know, I really love that they're doing the multiverse stuff. I really love that they're leading up to Secret Wars, and that, this is the multiverse saga. And they're going to have a huge reset. I want to talk a little bit more about James Gunn's takeover of DCU. I think I will save that for next week, though, so I can continue the streak of getting a video to you, albeit maybe a short one, maybe a quick little update. I'm trying to put things away right now. We're getting ready to go on a vacation, so I've got to get things all squared away here. Got to get my bags packed. My brother, he 3D printed me this. It's a little hanging case that I can put my Nintendo Switch in. So on a plane, I can tie it up on the little TV tray and hang down my Switch in front of me. So if they don't have TVs on the plane, I'll have my own little TV. I've downloaded Street Fighter. It's like a Street Fighter collection. I'm very excited to be playing Street Fighter again. Hadouken! You know what he says? Anyway, what do you think? What do you think about this Phase 4 stuff? Like, leave a comment for me. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel to hear more ramblings of an insane man who has maybe a disproportionate passion for Marvel MCU projects and other superhero projects in general. I got to figure out my camera stuff, because like right now I'm leaning in close, like I'm telling you a secret. Yeah, I'm on my workbench. This is the bench out in the garage, as you can see. And just like the podcast episodes, man, I have a hell of a time ending a video episode as well. I cracked open a 7-Up. It was delicious. I haven't had a 7-Up in years. It was really good. Not really good. I'm overplaying it. I'm overplaying my hand. The 7-Up's hand. Anyway, I got to get packing, so let me know what you want to hear more of. We're talking some DCU next week, though, I think. Okay. I love you. Cheers.